need to be created?
4 objects.
Why 4 objects?
A single object.
No, every object will have a one employee detail. No, so first object will have 7005 Vaishnavi, Gurgaon 8000. Second object will have 7006 Heba, Mumbai 4500.
Okay.
So every object, every employee object will have ID, name, address, and salary. So for the 8 employee detail, how many object of employee you need to create?
8.
Be little louder.
8.
8, sir.
8 objects.
8 objects.
8.
So,
8 objects.
suppose there are 2000 employee details are there. 2000 rows are there. Shall I create individually or employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 2000? Shall you do that?
Yes, sir.
Do like that? So what is the
No, sir.
alternative for that? What we will do?
Shorting.
No, for the alternative is what? We are going to create the list of employee. Understanding? This line, have you understood? When you want to store a age of one person, integer age 20. When you want to store 20% age,
Sir.
you are going to create an array.
Sir, can you just maximize because it is not visible?
It's not visible, is it? Is it okay now? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See what I am telling, guys. See in the text file, I have 8 employee detail in 8 rows. Okay. So every employee object will have one row. Is it not? See Vaishnavi detail would be there in the employee object Vaishnavi. Heba detail would be there in the employee object Heba. So like that, then you need to create a 8 employee object. So if it is a 2000 rows, you need to create 2000 employee object. So that is not the practical thing. What I will do, I will create a collection of employee object. Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In this program, what happened? Okay. Now tell me, in this program, which line we are creating a collection of employee object?
Array list.
Yeah. So tell me the line number.
10.
Yeah. So 10. So what I am doing? So what is the name of the employee list over here?
Minus 3.
Milelist 3. So now Milelist 3 can have Vaishnavi detail as a first object. Second object can have Harsh detail. Third object can have Deepesh detail, and fourth object can have Jitesh detail. Okay, guys, clear?
Sir.
Okay. Now next line, what I am doing in this employee list object, I am calling add function, and all the individual object of the employee, we are adding it to the list. Is it clear till this over here till here so far?
Sir.
See, my list 3.add. So my list 3.add will take the employee object, and you are going to add the new employee object at the end of the employee list. So my list 3.add, it will add this as the first object of the employee list. Then same thing you can achieve it another way with this. So instead of writing 2-line code, we are adding another object by creating that object within the add function only. Clear? Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
why are you using this new employee? This new
That's what. No,
object?
see. See this line. You see this line here. Employee obj1, new employee. Then for the employee obj1, I am setting ID, name, address, and salary.
Yes,
Got it?
yes, got it.
Now for this is the shortcut. This is the shortcut of not writing this line for the second object. So you can go for, in the another line, you can go for employee obj2 equal to new employee 5003 Adesh Pune, and this and that you can use it at mylist3.add my employee obj2. So So instead of writing
11 and 12 लाइन का रिप्लेसमेंट है ना, उसी की तरह है ना?
exactly.
Okay.
No, 11 line ka replacement is nothing but in the one line in 13 we are doing it. So for the 13 line, instead of creating the second object separately, I am creating the object within the add function, and that is got added.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Getting? Are you getting now? Is it clear? All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah. So now, so add first object, add second object, add third object, add fourth object, add fifth object. Now you tell me, employee list is having how many employee detail?
4 details, sir.
5.
5. Yeah, it will be 5
Five.
because first is EMP obj1. Second, name is not, we have not created the name, only we have created the object and added. You can consider this one as employee obj2. You can employee obj3, you can consider if you give a name like if you do it in 11. Employee obj3, employee obj4, like that. So there are 5 employee objects are there in the employee list. Clear? Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a way of creating a list of object and adding the number of object to that list. List of object means it will have multiple object, means it will have collection of object. So using add, we are going to add the number of object to that to the my list list of employee object. Still here? Okay, understood? Any doubt over
Yes,
here
sir.
so far?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
No. Okay, next thing is what? So next this thing, now we are going to read the employee detail.txt file. We are going to read the employee file input output. You know how to read it. We'll have a,
Yes, sir.
where is the, it is not showing to the left hand side. Okay, next what you are doing, we are reading this employee txt file. So how you are reading? Using file reader, we are reading and we are creating a variable, a string variable data. Then br.readline not equal to null. So till the text file reaches to the last line, the loop will keep on executing, and data will have one row at a time. First time data will have the first row, and then it will come inside, and then first row we are going to split with hyphen, and we are going to put it in an array. Is it okay, guys? Clear? Tell me, this one is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So data is the first time.
Yes,
First
sir.
time when while loop execute, data is the first row. So first row means what? First row means 7005 Vaishnavi Gurgaon 8000. Okay. So data would be first row. Then I'll speed the first row with hyphen, and I'll got a array of data 1. So that means data 1 of 0. Data 1 of 0 is for 7005. Data 1 of 1 is Vaishnavi. Data 1 of 2 Gurgaon, and data 1 of 3 8000. Fine. Okay. Next, what I am doing? Next, see data 1 of 0. What is the type of data 1 of 0? Can you tell me, anybody?
ID,
Integer.
sir.
String.
Integer.
No. Data 1 of 0. Yeah. Data 1 of 0.
ID.
See. No. In
Array. Name.
in
Array.
guys,
It was
please mute yourself. In employee class, employee ID is integer and salary is integer. Got it? But
Yes,
in
sir.
employee details, is it integer? Is this to integer? It is what? String, no?
String.
String. So that means you have read the ID and name and all the other detail in string, but you need to convert it to integer so that ID integer, name string, address string, and salary integer, you can store it in a employee object. Guys, clear? See, in string array, all the 4 fields are of type in string, but in a employee object, the ID and the salary as integer. So ID which is data. Okay, so in ID of that means ID string you have to convert, put it in a variable, and the salary also you need to convert, salary string also you need to convert in an integer and put it in salary variable. Now you tell me what is happening here. Here we are creating an employee object. Same thing, same whatever we are doing it over here. We are adding the object in the MyList MyList collection. Same thing we are doing. So we have convert the string ID to integer, which is the first attribute, data 1, second attribute, data 2, third attribute, and salary, fourth attribute. So using these 4 attributes, I am creating an employee object, and that employee object I am adding to the MyList3 using MyList3.add. Guys, clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, can you tell me now MyList3 will have how many employee object?
4.
Yeah.
6.
Previously it was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Four.
5, and
4,
that
sir.
would be. Sorry.
4.
4 sir, 4.
No, not 4. Previously it was 5, and then it will read on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 plus 5 it would be 13. Okay, because while loop first row and first row ID, name, address, and salary will go to the as a new object to the MyList3. Second row's text file we will go to the next object to the MyList3. So like that, previously 5 and then 8 from the text file, it will have total 13 rows or 13 object, which would be the collection of MyList3. Clear, guys? Stay here till here. Okay.
Sir, how 13? Can you explain again?
Yeah. See, actually, this is for explanation purpose. Sangeeta ma'am has written these few lines. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this was the previously we have hard coded 5 object in the MyList3, and later from the text file 8 object we are adding it to the MyList3. So that's why you can ignore this part of code, and you can only think, oh, through while loop only the 8 rows data you are putting it in the as a 8 employee object in the MyList3. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is for explanation purpose. Sangeeta ma'am has written, but if the code is telling the MyList3 will have the first 5 object, and then MyList3 will be added with another 8 object, which is the another 8 rows from the text file. Clear? Doubt? Okay. Now what he is doing? MyList3 dots. Can you tell me what would be the output of this MyList3 dot size? Sorry? 13. What would be the output of this MyList3 dot get for get salary? Let's see who can do it.
Refresh.
Sorry?
Yes. Salary.
Exactly. It will be 87. See, 0th object, 1 object, 2 object, 3 object. So means 4th means nothing but 4th object, which is 87,533. Okay. Now what we are doing over here? Tell me. No, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so 1, 2, no, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be 61. It will be 61. Okay. Next, what we are doing over here? Tell me. This is we are printing actual data. This is a for each loop. What this for each loop is doing?
सर इसमें 4 0 से करा है हमने या 1 2 3 से करा है?
No,
The
4
4
actually indexing 0 1 2 3 होगा, and so it will be 0 1 2 3 4 like that.
तो जितेश आएगा सर इसमें.
Jitesh, yeah, Jitesh आएगा. That's it. Yes. ठीक है? Okay, now
Yes,
you
sir.
tell me. Now you tell me what is happening over there. How you are traversing the MyList3 collection and you are printing all the details. How you are doing? Can anybody explain that? Tell me, guys. See.
Using employee as an object.
Yeah. So first you tell me MyList3 is what? It is a collection of object.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, so so it is a what type of collection? It is a collection of object. The object is what type? Employee type. Okay, so I will make X, which is a type of employee, will traverse all the object of the MyList3. So first time X will point to the first object of MyList3, which is employee obj1, and then it will come inside and it will print X. It will print X means from the toString it will display that particular object detail. Clear? Clear or not? See,
Yes, sir.
see system.out.println X. So X is nothing but this detail 5005 Abdul Mumbai, like that. Okay. Now this X is actually called the toString function, and employee ID is 5005 Abdul, address and salary. For that object it will print. Clear? Okay. Is this piece of line clear?
Yes, sir.
We are traversing all the object of the MyList3, and each individual object detail we are printing through the toString function using this piece of code. Tell me guys, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now what this line is doing? Tell me guys, what this line is doing? See here, we are calling a collections interface which has got a sort function, and we are passing first parameter which list I want to sort, and then in the second parameter I am creating an object of a class where the sorting code is there. Collections.sort, which list I want to sort, first parameter, and what way I should sort it. For that I have created a separate class, and I am creating object of that same sort class over here. Guys, clear? Okay. Okay. Now
Yes,
where
yes,
you
sir.
go, comp employee name sort. You have to since the collection sort is calling comp employee sort, creating an object of comp employee name sort, you go to comp employee name sort. You come over here. This is a
Sir?
separate. Yeah.
What is the purpose of collections dot? main
So for
purpose?
sorting purpose, make the sorting the job easier.
Okay.
Okay, I want
It is a
to
We can use
predefined
another
function.
function.
not predefined function. We are going to create a class. Okay, we are going to create a class, and that class should implement the comparator interface. And in the comparator interface, we have a compare function which we are going to implement over here. And through that compare overridden function, I will write the logic of sorting. Getting, guys? Getting or not?
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
collection sorting or list sorting, you can do it various way. One way is comparator, another way is compare. Comparator, and what are the other way? Comparator and compare. So comparator way means what? You need to create a separate class where the sorting logic would be there, which will implement comparator interface.
But
And
there are 2-3 files with the sort, right? Employee ID sort, employee name sort.
See, in a employee object, you have an ID, name, address, and salary. So the collection of the employee object, if you want to sort it based on name, so we have a separate class for that, which will implement comparator. Got it? If the collection object of employee, you want to sort it based on the ID, for that you are going to have another separate class which will implement comparator again, and you will write the logic for that. Write a logic. So ID way how you can do the sorting.
Sir, can you
Getting?
explain 8 and 9 line?
Is it clear, guys? Understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here I want to call the sort. I want to call the sort function, which is nothing but function within a collections interface. What collection I want to sort, that is the first parameter, and what in that collection object, in the employee object, in the collection of employee object, based on which attribute I want to sort, that logic we will be writing in this class, and for that I'll just pass the object of that class. Okay. Now you come over here. Employee ID. So this is nothing but the comparator the compare function, which is the overridden function of the comparator. It has got some internal mechanism which is going to give you the sorted collection, but only little bit information you have to put it to this compare function. What is this? The first parameter is the object which you have to convert to employee object, because you want the sorting of the collection of employee. O2 object also you have to convert to type employee and put it in obj1, obj2. Now what you will do, obj1, which is an employee object, that name you compare to with a obj2 get employee name. So two employee object in a collection, two employee object name you are going to compare, and if required, swapping will take place internally and like a bubble sort. Got it? Getting?
Sir,
Yeah.
can you explain again 8 and 9th line?
Yeah. Say 8 and 9th line is what? Whenever you are going to implement for doing the sorting of a collection of employee object based on the name, I have a class which will implement comparator interface, and when you implement the method, you will get a compare method, and the structure of the compare method automatically you will get it. Now within the comparator method, it will have a two parameter, object O1, object O2. So which object collection you want to sort, that is employee object. So O1 you convert to employee, which O2 also you convert to employee, and that you put it employee obj1, employee obj2. Okay. Now
What is in the line 8 and 9? It's written employee obj1 equal to employee. Why there is two employee?
No, we see what is the in the parameter, what is the type of O1? Object type.
Object type.
Okay. So O1 is the object of object. I want to convert object of object to employee. That's why. Typecasting. Understanding?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I am converting the type of O1, which is an object of object. I want to convert it to employee. So that's what, see, it is like that. Suppose O1 is the Alsatian. O1 is the Alsatian, and object is nothing but animal. So animal Alsatian, and then we have an animal Labrador. So what I am doing, I am creating employee obj1, means dog obj1 equal to instead of animal O1, I am making it dog O1. Employee, dog, Alsatian. So animal is the root object, which root class, which is object. Now animal O1 I am converting it to dog O1. That is what we are doing. Which is it clear now? Understood?
Sir, so obj1 is instance of employee object.
Obj1 is the instance of employee object, and O1, which is the instance of object, I am converting it to employee. That's it. It is a conversion of O1 type to employee, and then that one you have put it in obj1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so obj1, obj2, you got the two employee object. Then you obj1 name you compare to with a obj2 name, and what value you are going to return back, that you put it in a variable.
Sir.
And yes.
Sir, employee obj1 is equal to bracket employee, then space O1. This, what is the right side telling exactly? It is telling O1 we are O1 is of type object. I am converting to employee and storing it in a obj1. So this is a different syntax, no?
No, not different syntax. It is like this, no? See.
Which one?
I'll tell you. It is like this. You have a float. You have a float. 1 second. You have a float a equal to 23.3. Okay. Now I am writing integer a. And what I am doing, I am writing integer a equal to a. No, integer x equal to a. Will it work? So X equal to, it will not work because A is
No.
of type float, X is of type integer. So what you will
Yes.
do, you will typecast A. How to float, I am going to make it to integer.
So
That's
you
the
are
thing.
typecasting it. Okay.
Typecasting. Okay. So similar fashion here, object OB1 is there, and I have a employee OBJ1. So that, can I write this one OB1? It is not a good practice because OB1 is of type object and OBJ1 is type employee. So you convert the OB1 to employee.
Bracket OBJ.
Got it? Here,
Okay.
employee. Now OB1, which is of type object, convert to employee, and that OB1 we are assigning to OBJ1, which is of type employee. Because now
Okay,
both
sir.
the sides type is same. Then only equal to you can do it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now, 1 second, guys. One second, guys. Okay, fine. We'll see. Okay, so that is what. Now we are going to compare the name of the OBJ1 with the name of the OBJ2. If the comparison result is greater than 0, then OBJ1 name is bigger. If the compare to is returning as 0, then both are same. And if the comparison is returning the less than 0 now, then the second name is the bigger. Okay, so take that value and return that value back. That's it. The sorting mechanism or sorting will take it. Will do it internally by this comparator interface compare function. That's it. Okay. Now when you do collection, where is the collection thing going? Yeah, collection dot sort mylist3. So based on the name, sorting will take place automatically. The shuffling of the object of the collection will take place based on the ascending order of the name with this piece of class which you have declared as this one, com employee name sort. Now you once the mylist3 got shuffled by the name in ascending order, then again you print it. Okay.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
Yeah. Can anybody explain this? What is happening now? Same way, I want to sort the mylist3 based on the employee ID. So what will happen over here? Tell me for this line. Similar fashion, I have a class called comp employee ID, user defined class, which will implement the comparator interface, and inside that I'll have the code. So what is it? Inside that same thing, O1 will be the typecasted to employee, and O1 would be assigned to OBJ1, OBJ2. Then since the employee ID is an integer, so we'll not go for compare to method, because compare to method will go if it is a string. But if it is a number, then normally will be used greater than less than sign. So if first object employee ID is bigger than the second object employee ID, return positive value. If the first object is employee ID is less than the second object employee ID, then return negative value. Else both are same, return 0. So based on what value it returns, the swapping internally will take place, and your collection or object would be in a ascending order based on the employee ID. Tell me, did you get it what I said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so that is the thing. Similar now, once the employee list got shuffled in a ascending order based on the employee ID, we are going to print that list using toString method with all its detail. Now next time you are calling again sort function, and this time what we are doing, we are in the second parameter of the sort, we are creating the object of com salary sort. So go to the com salary sort class, which is implementation of the comparator, and then the same thing, it is a salary wise sorting I want. So first object salary greater than second object salary, then return positive. First object is less than second object salary, return negative, or if both are same, return 0. So so using this piece of code internally, the shuffling of the object of the my list will take place based on the salary in ascending order. Okay. Now you go to the next. So now once the salary wise sorting is done, you print it over here. So you print it over here. Got it? That's it. Now you tell me what is happening over here. What you are doing over here? What is this line is doing?
Create a new object, list demo.
It is now tell me what is happening in this line theoretically.
Getting the full data of the 7001 employee ID set.
No, I want the 53 line. What is the 53 line is doing?
Okay, list demo.
Creating an object of a list demo class.
Yeah, creating an object of the, so whenever new keyword is there, that means it is creating an object. And which object it is creating? It is this class object it is creating, list demo 2. Getting?
List demo.
Okay, so it is creating the same, this list demo 2 object it is creating because new keyword is there, no? Okay. Yeah. Now list demo, now this object list demo 2 obj is calling function 1 and passing mylist 3. So from this line will take the control where? Tell me. These are very fundamental thing, guys. See, the function 1 is a method within this list demo demo 2 class, and it is a non-static method. To call this function 1, I need the object of list demo 2, and from which is this one, and this object we can only call function 1. Okay, and what we are passing to function 1, we are passing the employee list, which is mylist 3. So this will go, this mylist 3 will be bypassed to mylist 3 obj. Is it clear, guys? Okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now can you tell me what is the return type of the function 1? What it is returning back? What it is returning back?
Array list.
Yeah, array list of which class?
Employee class.
Employee class. So that means
Employee class.
as a parameter, it is taking a list of employee, and and after doing some processing, it is returning an array list of employee only back. So that means this function takes the mylist 3 object, do some work, and the result array list is going to return back, which will go where? Which will go to this temp 1. Okay, so list demo 2 object call function 1, bypass the mylist 3, then some work done, then they have created a array list within this function 1, and that array list return back, which will be stored in temp 1, and then that temp 1, yeah, they are displaying over here. Okay, now you tell me what is happening inside this func 1. Tell me what is the first line? What is the first line? Please be brave. Don't be shaky. If you answer wrong, also nothing will happen. With giving wrong answer, you will come to the right. Okay. So don't fear of giving answer. Be brave. Whatever comes to your mind, you just speak out. Okay. That is what we want from you guys. Be interactive. Even if you go wrong in answering, don't feel shamed. Okay. Or don't feel scared.
So
Yeah, tell
we
me
have
what
made
is
the
that?
object of array list, no?
Yeah, you have created a object of array list, and that array list of which type?
Employee type.
Employee.
Employee type. So that means the array temp list will have a number of employee object. Got it? Temp list will have a number of employee object. Now you tell me what is happening in this line. What happening in this? And for employee X colon my list of list 3 obj. What is happening here? We are traversing the mylist3 obj, which is nothing but mylist3. Okay, because mylist3 we are bypassed here. So mylist3
Using
we are
employee
traversing,
object.
and what is inside that, what we are doing? Yeah, so first object of the employee obj, employee 3 obj, if the first object employee ID is 7001, that object you add it to the temporary employee list. Okay, so in this list of employee, whoever ID is 57001, all that object you add it to the temp list. Okay, so temp, now you tell me temp list will have object whose ID would be what? Now temp list will have the number of object. So what would be the ID of all the object of the temp list?
700.
Yeah, if any object which is there in the mylist3 obj which is not 7003, will that would be part of the temp list?
No.
Yeah, no, because see, X is nothing but we are traversing all the object of the mylist3 obj, and every X object or every employee object of mylist, when the employee ID 7001, that I am adding to the temporary employee list, and that we are returning back. So you have the list of object in temp list where all the ID is 7001. Return it back. It will go there. Where it will go? It will go there. It will go to temp1 and then traverse the temp1 and display the output. That is it over here. What has been discussed. Is it clear, guys? You need one more time explanation or fine? Yes, no, not sure. Anything is
Sir.
fine.
Okay, sir. Fine this time.
Sir,
Okay,
in
okay.
last part, I need one more time.
Last part, this part you are telling.
Yes, sir. We have already a temp list object.
No, temp list, we are within a func1, you have a local temp list, which is a list of employee. So this syntax you should know. If you write integer temp list, it would be temp list can have integer value. If you have float temp list, temp list will have float value. Here template is of which type? Array list of employee. That means
Employee.
template is a list of employee. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So that means templates can contain number of employee object. Okay, so employee 1, employee 2, employee 3 with all its 4 details would be the part of the temp list, which is a collection of employee. Fine.
Yes.
So mylist3 obj, which is having 13 employee object. So all the 13 employee object we are traversing, and in every object we are checking whether the every object employee ID is 7001 or not. If it is so, then that object you add it to the temp list, which is of another employee list, and then you return back that list, which is having all the employee, which is having details of all the employee object whose employee ID is 7001. Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So one time you see again, you see the code, whatever explanation I have given, with that explanation, your explanation you tally, and somewhere you are getting stuck, you are not getting what is happening over here. Again, we can come back to breakout room and we can discuss. No problem. Okay. Yeah, tell me. Yeah. Oh, very good question. See, it is like this. We have X is the first object of the mylist obj3, right? Got it? See, I'll tell you, it's like this. Very good question actually. See, I have a X object. X is nothing but X is a employee object. Employee object X, and X is having what? X is having 1001, and then it is having name, suppose Anil, and it is having address, suppose Bangalore, and it is having what is it called? Salary, suppose 20,000. Okay. Now this is what? This is ID. This is name. This is ADDR address and this is salary. Okay. Now you tell me how you are going to access the name from the X object. X dot get what? X dot get?
One.
Yeah, get now. I want to access Anil. X dot get names from the getter. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is nothing but this much is nothing but Anil. This much is nothing but Anil, no?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, you got the Anil string. Now you type dot and you go for character at. Character at, I want the second character. So I'll go for 2. So now this will become what? The total full code is going to give you what? It's going to give you the second
And-
character of Anil. Getting or not? If you want a third character at 3.
3.
Okay, if you getting or not, see, you have a employee object S which is having ID, name, address, salary. How to get access the Anil? Object dot get name. If I want to, can you tell me? I want the what is the third character of address I want? What would be the code for that? Tell me.
X get address
Yeah, X dot get address. Then
dot
and this is then
char
char
at
at
3.
exactly 0 1 2. It should be 2. This starts from 0, no?
Okay. Okay.
So this is going to give you BLR. Okay. So using the property, using getter, access that string, and in that string, which character you want, go with the dot character at that number.
So this will give R or
Give
B.
R or BL.
Sorry, it's going to give you R. Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then let's come back to the main session and we'll go for lunch break and then we'll come back. If required, again we'll come for breakout room. Okay. So somewhat you have understand the program as a top level.
सर अगर
Yes,
जीरो
sir.
से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं तो अनिल में तो एन नहीं आएगा ना फिर?
क्या बोल रहे हैं दीपेश? यू आर सेइंग समथिंग राइट?
यस सर, जो आपने
Yeah,
कोड बनाया
what-
अभी
बोल रहे हैं क्या बोल रहे हैं दीपेश? बोलिए.
सर, जैसे आप इसमें 0 1 2 ले रहे हो BLR में दूसरे
हाँ।
नंबर
अनिल
का,
में L आएगा लास्ट में.
तो अनिल में एन थोड़ा ना आएगा सर फिर.
हाँ, अनिल में है 3 एक्चुअली.
3 में
अगर
L.
एन चाहिए तो क्या देना पड़ेगा? बोलिए दीपेश. एन चाहिए तो
एन चाहिए तो 1.
1 करेक्ट.
Yes.
गुड. ओके.
सर इंडेक्स 0 से ले गई.
It will take from the index 0. 0 means A, 1 means N, I means 2, L means 3.
यस सर.
ठीक है?
मतलब ये एरे के अंदर एरे है क्या?
सॉरी, विच इज अरे?
सर मतलब ये जो आईडी हुआ, नेम हुआ, ये सब एक एरे ही हुआ ना एक तरह का.
नो, अरे नहीं है. These are the data of a class, employee class. It is like this. Now, how you are going to create an employee class? Class employee
एरे
employee.
तब होगा जब तुम उसे एरे डिफाइन करोगे ना.
हाँ, एम्प्लॉय क्लास के अंदर आपका डेटा है. इंटीजर आईडी, कॉमा, स्ट्रिंग नेम, कॉमा, स्ट्रिंग एड्रेस, स्ट्रिंग ADDR एड्रेस, comma, not comma, semicolon, I think, right? No, okay, comma only. Then string, what is called? No, integer salary.
Salary.
Integer salary. So these are the variable. Okay, these are the variable of a class, or it is called as instance variable. Getting? So when you create an object of employee, that object dot ID, that object dot name, that object dot address, that object dot salary, space would be occupied in the memory, and through constructor you can set the value. Did you get it now? Yeah. Now when you create this, see, when I create employee E1 equal to new employee employee. बोलिए ये E1 can hold how many employee object detail? Answer me. E1 is a object of employee. So how many object E1 can hold of employee type?
Only one.
Only one. No, that's why.
Only one.
But if I want a list of employee object, then what I will do? I'll create array list of employee. Array list of employee. Then I will write emp list. Any name I can give equal to new. I'm going to write array list and square bracket, and then I'll go for employee, and that's it. So now you tell me emp list can hold how many employee detail?
List of 4.
It can have n number of employee detail,
Yes.
because it is a dynamic data type. You can keep on adding the new employee object to that employee list. It is a never ending till your memory has a space. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So E1 is the single object of the employee, and array list of employee list is a list of employee object. Means number of employee object would be in the form of list in emp list. Okay. Exactly. Yeah, means it should be all should be of type employee, and within employee you can have different variable. Got it? But see, you cannot have like this. Suppose there is an address object A1 equal to new address address. Okay, so can employee list will have the object of address? No, because address and employee are both a different class. Got it? So to create a list of address object, what you should do? Tell me. To create a list of address object. Yeah, array list. Then
Address.
be louder. No, if you go wrong, no,
Address.
nobody is going to kill you.
Address.
Yeah, address type. Then go for add list. Suppose
Object.
list.
And
then go for
array
new.
list.
Here
Yeah,
array
address.
list.
Array list.
Then what?
Address.
Address.
Address, and then open and close parenthesis. Okay. Now suppose how you are going. Now I want to add E1 object. See, now till here employee list is empty. Nothing is there in the employee list. How I am going to add the E1 to employee list? For that, name of the employee list, emp list. We are going to call add function, and within add, I want to add the E1 as the first object of the employee list. So I'll go for E1. Getting or not? Okay. If I have a E2 object, suppose I have another employee object which is E2. E2. Now you tell me how you are going how you are going to add E2 object as the second object of the employee list. What is the code for that?
Sir, we will pass E2 in the parameter.
Yeah. So tell me the full line.
Employee list dot
List
add.
dot add E2.
Yes, that's it. You keep on adding that. Add E2.
E2.
Okay. Now there is another way. So I have created E1, E2, then I have add E1, E2. Same. Now what I will do, I will not create the employee 3. Employee E3, I will not create it before. Okay. Employee 3. So if I created an employee 3, what would be the, how I am going to add the employee 3 in my list? Employee list. Employee list, tell me what? Add?
Not add. Pass
E3.
E3. Okay, so this is the way if you have created E1, E2, E3 employee object. But suppose this line is not there. I want to, I have not created the employee 3 object. Then there is no E3 over here. Then what I will do, I will write new employee. Employee, and then the through constructor, you are going to set the employee object. So here you can give ID 101, comma, name, Anil or Akhil, comma, or salary suppose 30,000. Got it? So I have not created the E3 explicitly, third object. In a add function only, I have made that object and I add it. So that is why this syntax is there. Both the syntax Sangeeta ma'am has shown you. Clear, guys? Understood now?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Please take some time, give some time to yourself